Does the AI ever unify India? I think I've seen it once. The thing with the AI, though, is the AI doesn't really... Okay, it looks like Jack Reed's been elected president of the United States. So we're going to see a 4-way civil war there. Is that the AI doesn't really rush down a specific focus tree. So any of those, you know, unification of India, you can get it, oh shit. You can get it done really early. I think in our India campaign that we just did a little while ago, a few weeks ago, I think we unified India before the Second Weltkrieg because we've rushed down the specific focuses that we need to do in order to unify India. But the AI will not do that. And because the AI will not do that, it rarely happens before like the Second Weltkrieg is over. Like, I know certain focuses have, like, different weights. Like, France, for example, you know, as soon as the man outsourced range becomes available, the AI will always take it. But, you know, that's like, the exception. Very rarely does... Let's get these budgets fixed. Because it's not just that they need to rush in the focus trees. The AI also, they need to have a certain amount of manpower deployed in the field. And the AI won't, like, deploy units for, unless I think, like, usually fully trained or they're at war. So that also delays the time it'll take for annexation by a bit. Sweden is currently led by the paternal autocrats. The military is couped. Actually, no, it looks like they are going to go for the Swedish commune. So one of the very rare instances where the socialists actually end up winning in Sweden. And this is going to be the one campaign where Norway does not go syndicalist. Not too sure. Actually, it looks like apparently Finland also went syndicalist this campaign. It seems like very often, if one of these guys goes syndicalist, the other one also goes syndicalist. Yeah, usually when the military coups, the military just ends up winning. Once you're done. I mean, it's already January 1937 right now. And I mean, we do have to core you. Tribal integration, officer integration. We do get 2 naval bases, which is nice, actually. Get those cores and get these factories up and running. Modernized industry. Get some basic steel. Free civilian. 2 factories here, as actually. Which is not bad. I think, like, once you're done... Okay, budget readjustment. Now that we have taxed our people and institutions enough to pay for our crippling debts, it's time for us to begin the readjustment of our budget and end this debt crisis once and for all. We can choose to refocus our aims on budget on one of 3 things. Military production, civilian production, or construction. Definitely military construction. Actually, you're not that good. Construction speed... Yeah, you're actually kind of bad. 5% more cap or 10% more construction. You know, let's go for the 5% cap. Let's expand the railway so we can start trying to integrate Eritrea. I mean, I guess we can, like, go back and forth, right? We can go, like, one of you, one of you, one of you, and then back and forth, back and forth. Alt F4. I don't. Does Alt F4 even work in Hearts of Iron 4? I don't think it does. Unless you want me to play that one Korean game. What was it, like the Alt F4? I've seen some people play that. I actually have a copy of it because the developers, you know, sent me a code for it one. Maybe one day we'll play the game Alt F4 just to make just to make you happy. Anyway, it looks like Somalia's dealt with Black Monday now. We have free military factory. Keep on producing guns. Because we're going to need a lot of guns, for sure. Just keep on building more factories in Addis Ababa. I guess it's Addis Ababa. Either way, make more factories so we can make more guns. That's really what we're here for. We can also get another research slot. Let's go for better industry as well. I think the pause right now, I think it's because the American factions are being formed. Yeah, there they are. Standoff in America. And we'll see how that goes for all of them. I think other than that, I mean, defend the nation. I mean, other than the Baltic Duchy capitulating, nothing too crazy has happened here. Okay, so it looks like Finland has gone totalist. Sweden hasn't chosen a direction to go in quite yet. And we're still about a year and a half between the Egyptian-Ottoman War. We got 10 more days on you. We're never going to change free trade, at least for a long time. Yeah, we're just going to stay our political power until we can get these things down here done. Yes, next let's go for the reforms. Let's begin some reforms in Ethiopia. Also Nepal. Have they always been this big? I think so, right? I think that's the size they normally start out as. There's more wars going on in China. MacArthur, are you choosing a battle plan? No, you're actually not. You're choosing the default, basically not giving up an inch of territory, which basically means that MacArthur is dead as hell, because there's no way the AI can defend this land. So MacArthur's already lost. Like when you see this formation for the federal government, it's just game over. So goodbye, America. Somalia have they have boats. They actually have 4 to 6 ships. They got a couple of destroyers, and they actually have 25 planes. We do have a small air force, but Somalia actually has more aircraft than we do. But how many troops do they have? They have 3 to 11. We have 8. I'm assuming we are about even. We do actually have we have a nice unit out on the field. Assign you to the front line. Move our units forward. Canada's declared war in Panama. Hawaii has joined the Internationale. Costa Rica's joined the Entente. Nothing too crazy here. German units, they're just in the middle of our country. I don't know what he's really doing. He's just kind of hanging out on the Somalian border. Okay, left KMT has been annexed. Not a big surprise. We can actually go to personal mobilization, which I definitely will want to do. Our stability is still pretty bad, but at least it's now increasing. It's no longer decreasing, which is nice to see. Okay, Indochina has fallen. There is war going on in the Danube. In Hungary, will they be able to fight everybody off at once? Probably not. The AI really can't do that. And reforms in Ethiopia. Our Emperor Haile Selassie is known to hold an ambition of modernizing the country. This includes not only plans to build new factories, the reformation of our infrastructure and modernization of our armory, but also several legal and institutional reforms that will, hopefully, improve the Ethiopian quality of life. However, the broadening of these reforms will mean an end to many privileges held by the nobility. I don't think the AI is going to naval invade. And the reason I don't think the AI is going to navally invade is because they don't have enough troops. Well, they might not have enough troops to actually defend the entire front line, which I think the AI usually will prioritize. And if they send troops to navally invade, it just means that it just means that their front line's going to be weak. Which makes my life easier in the long run. And I'm okay with my life being easier. I prefer my life being easier, actually. Okay, non-Cuban Union has you in the Reichspakt. Really? I'm kind of surprised they joined the Reichspakt. Usually they only join the Reichspakt if Russia either goes with Sannikov or they go socialist. Them just being the regular republic, I'm surprised they joined. But Sweden has joined the Internationale. Yeah, no, Germany does own Djibouti at the start of the game. Germany game where they went to war in Africa? I'm trying to think. In older versions of Kaiserreich, the Suez Canal was owned by Germany, and Egypt could demand it, and Germany could go to war over that. But other than that, I really don't think there's anything that would cause Germany to go to war in Africa. I'm trying to think, like, I know that Tripolitania can go independent, and they can join the Internationale. I know that's a possibility for them. So I guess that'd be one way that Germany could possibly want to invade into Africa. But other than that, there's really nothing tying them down here. But if you go watch our original Middle Africa playthrough, which I think is like 2 years old at this point, I accidentally got the entire country to collapse. But I was able to actually force the German AI to declare war on basically everybody within. I was basically able to get the German AI to declare war on everybody in Africa, so I was able to reclaim most of Middle Africa territory. But I think that's the only time I've ever seen Germany really do anything. Oh, look, the federal government's dead. Nobody's surprised by that. MacArthur. You foolish man. Yeah, Russia's now at war with the entirety of the Central Asia. We'll probably conquer that territory quite soon. Way more units to the front line. We can now have up to... yeah, 17. We keep on, training more units. Can I upgrade any of you guys in any meaningful way? I need guerrilla fighters, more entrenchment speed. I don't think that's that important. Let's go for offensive doctrine on you. And you know what? Let's ban slavery. It's 1937. I think this is going to be a good time for us to ban slavery. We get more stability here. So that's quite nice. And how far is Ethiopia or Somalia into their tree? They still got, I think, a long time before they can actually do anything against us. I know Somalia can also, like, go I know Somalia can join the Internationale. I don't think we've ever seen that actually happen. Okay, yeah. They're dead. Nobody's surprised by that. Now we got a classic three-way civil war between the Pacific States, American USA, and the CSA. CSA, at this point, I would say that they're favored to win. It depends on how quickly the Canadians will actually intervene in this war. Also, I've not been researching anything because I am dumb. I think it's probably time for us to get our basic upgrades here. Actually, we probably will. Yeah, as soon as this is done. Oh, drought. Very cool. The Great Drought has already swept through eastern Ethiopia, with the economy already weakened by the decline of DKAEP. We are now at risk of facing mass starvation as crops continuously fail. Thank you. I love losing 10% stability. Can they not go totalists anymore? Did they remove that? And the question of slavery. The institution of slavery is still widespread in Ethiopia, with almost 2 million people currently living under its oppressive rule. This has brought much criticism from the West upon Ethiopia, and it's quite obvious we must abolish the institution in order to fully westernize our nation. However, the nobility will be quite angry at this change, and we may instead institute a new law nicknamed the Freedom of the Womb, try and appease them and delay the death of slavery. Yeah, you know, let's abolish slavery. Goodbye, slavery. We've abolished you. I do want to get that extra research slot going. Hello, Anthnwam. Welcome. We'll see how much territory Middle Africa can actually take against Portugal. It does look like Goring is no longer in control of Middle Africa, which typically means that they're not going to collapse. But I think it's still technically possible. So do you guys just go Social Democratic? Yeah, no, you're a Social Democratic. You're not going to go and join the Internationale. You may stay neutral, or you might end up joining the Entente. If you join the Entente, you will be probably murdered by the Swedish. In the very rare flipperoo where the socialist Sweden kills the liberal Norwegian instead of vice versa. Okay, so the Dutch, I think they're just generic conservatives. We'll see if they end up joining up with the Reichspakt or the Entente. Bulgaria is definitely going to be losing their war against Serbia, Greece, and Romania. Other than that, Mexico's joining Internationale. They're just, they're actually Social Democratic. I thought like a patch or two ago they removed all the Social Democratic, all the Social Democratic countries that could join up with the Internationale. But I guess they actually haven't. Mexico being the Internationale, it's not a big deal, I think. And you know, let's get a chief of staff. What do we want? Max entrenchment. Max entrenchment's not bad. You know, just give me a flat 10% attack. We abolish slavery. I think now we can go back. Let's impose Adriatic onto Eritrea. And you know, let's get the 1936 rifles. We are currently using World War I rifles, which is probably not that good. Yeah, just basic infantry equipment. It's pretty weak. I mean, we do need the guns, don't get me wrong. Wait, can Tolas Mexico not join the Internationale? Yeah, Revolutionary Democracy. Yeah, and your government's been overthrown. I didn't know that the Totalist Mexico didn't join the Internationale. Another 2 units, deploy them to the front. And I think like 17 units should be enough for us just to crush Somalia. And if push comes to shove, we can probably also beat Eritrea as well. Legionnaire Italy, they're fighting a war against the Venetians. We'll see if the SRI maybe intervenes in that war, or the Austrians intervene. They might not because they're war with Hungary. Yes, we still got the army of levies. I guess we can get rid of that through professional armies. How long will that take? That'll take like 200 days though. 224 days actually to finish that all off. Which is not nothing, for sure. That's actually quite a bit of time. 18 days left on you. And you're tackling some famines. Luckily, our famine just was a stability loss, so... It could have been a lot worse. So you have 11 days left. So you're going to give us 10% stability, which is nice. Political power. I mean, do I need political power? Not really. It's not that big of a deal. What else we got? We got monthly population, which is basically, I think, trash and not meaningful at all. But I think we might want to actually reform the military as much as we can. Yeah, so let's do a military reform now. And with our research slot, let's go for the... Yeah, 1938 research seems decent enough. More research speed means we can research things faster. I know, it's a crazy, it's a wild concept. I mean, might as well just, you know, click this. All of you will just deploy into blue when you actually are trained. And you guys here who are basically trapped. I mean, what combat width are you? You're 10, right? Combat width of 10. Your combat width of 18. If I was to edit you, making a 20 combat width, and then you get all of our militia units here, and switch over to this. Just make our army as good as it possibly can be. We are going to be missing a lot of rifles. I mean, it's not that bad. 144 days. That's like 3 focuses. That's not even 3 focuses. So we'll definitely have enough guns by the time that the war begins. And again, reinforcements are top priority. Put guns in the men in the field before we give them to new recruits. And let's follow you up. It's 1939. How expensive is that? 303 days. Could go for a land doctrine. Entrenchment speed. Mass assault. Yeah, let's go superior firepower. I typically just like superior firepower. I think it's pretty good. Yes, I did declare war on Legionnaire Italy, so yeah, you're basically a worth everyone. So you have fun with that. Budapest has fallen. Hungary probably is not gonna last for too much longer. And military reforms. As it stands, our army is commanded by nobles and members of the Celeste family. Commoners are borrowed from most, if not all, of the high positions within the military. Either they possess a better understanding of military affairs or warfare than the nobles. Should we allow commoners to hold high-ranking positions within the army?